Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, September the 2nd, 2022. Welcome to another eBay video. Today we're going to be discussing buyers making best offers. Look at that. Could you have timed it any better? I just got a best offer on my phone. I'm not lying. It just came in now. This is live TV, folks. This I'm going to decline right now. I will decline this offer live. All right, we've declined that. What I'm going to discuss is people who circumvent the best offer process and contact you through eBay with some lowball and nasty comments. I mean the worst of the worst. Be prepared for a rough ride later on. I'm also going to be talking about a new policy I've adopted dealing with dancers. It's absolutely no tolerance with dancers anymore. I've got a new policy. It's working out great. I'll explain that to you. Also, how do you guys handle it when someone buys an item from you? All right, the transaction takes place, and at some point afterwards, they contact you through eBay messages and say, call me, and give their phone number. We're going to be talking about that. So yeah, as you can see, it is sunny and beautiful out right now. The temperature right now is 74 degrees, but as you can see, it's going to be a very rainy period coming up. Today is the last sunny day. We're going to have clouds and rain for the next 5 straight days, which is no surprise. All right? As long as we get one, I'm happy, so I'm not complaining. I'm going to start out by talking about your comments, questions, and concerns from last week's video, and then we'll get into the new topics of the week. Okay, I'm going to cover comments on both videos I made, the video last Friday and the video midweek where I talked about how eBay has changed the returns flow in eBay Motors, which is hurting all eBay Motors sellers. Yaz A wrote, any refunds pending are bad for the algorithm. When I get refunds, my sales stop. But really, you want to be done. Why wait for the buyer? It's as bad as sending customers emails about how they can get refunds if not happy, or reminders, do you want a refund? Ed the Reselling Rider wrote, Joe, I had 2 returns, both false, item not as described. One just closed yesterday after almost 2 weeks, and the other is still active. I didn't return the original shipping, and it's in limbo right now. I had a return where the buyer chose the correct reason of didn't fit, and I did the same with not returning the original shipping, just the price of the item. That one closed about 6 hours later the same day. It might be category specific, but I have a feeling it's going to come to every category soon. Ed and everybody else, you may remember in the video I made midweek, I did screenshots and I showed you how the buyer was honest, chose wrong size doesn't fit, but my return will no longer close out because I didn't give the original shipping back. Today is Friday. The return is still open. This new policy sucks. Daniel Scales wrote, it hurts eBay Motors sellers who sell large and heavy auto parts. Shipping may be very expensive. It is definitely cut in profit for us, sellers. Furthermore, since Joe did not refund the original shipping, eBay fees will not be refunded to him on that transaction. Very true. This whole new policy, which was enacted under the cover of darkness, is hurting all eBay Motors sellers. And guys, I know a lot of you guys aren't affected. You don't sell in motors. All I can say is you guys who sell in clothes, shoes, I know you get a lot of returns for wrong size doesn't fit. I think you have reason to be concerned as well. Duncan VR wrote, "For the love of, this is nuts. Why would we have to wait for the buyer to accept, confirm a refund? They may never even click accept, and the refunds are going to be tied up in limbo whilst waiting for the buyer to accept. Whose stupid idea was this? Joe, question how your buyer can be requesting more than the refund amount due. That is puzzling. Duncan, I think he was requesting the entire amount, meaning the price of the item plus original shipping. That's how I took it. Of course, he didn't get original shipping from Cute Joey when the mistake wasn't Cute Joey's fault." Regina Stiles wrote, "Wow, whatever next? I would imagine this would not just be for eBay Motors, but likely something they're rolling out to everyone. Will be interesting to see what others say." Regina, that's exactly how I see it. LJ Whitmire wrote, "Does eBay ever do anything that's beneficial to the seller? I've never experienced it." LJ, I remember one huge positive thing that helped sellers back in the year approximately 2012, 2013. And eBay didn't actually do it per se, but it was when John Donahoe stepped down as CEO. That was a big plus for all sellers. But you're right, since then, the pickings have been nil. Marjorie, the staphologist, wrote, "Joe, I get 2 different offers this week that said the amount of the offer, and that is the buyer pre-selected a payment method, and if I accepted the offer, I would get paid right away. I accepted the offer and received payment within 10 minutes. Marjorie, you are the luckiest person I know. If I were you, I would run, not walk to the mini mart and buy some lottery tickets, because you are a winner." Also on this topic, Virginia Roberts wrote, "Joe, we got a, quote, you will be paid immediately, unquote, message on best offer last week. Accepted it and got a payment received email within 5 seconds. So it can happen. I was skeptical because about 2 weeks ago I had the same message about immediate payment on a best offer, but that time it didn't work. The buyer took over 2 days to pay. We have watched and enjoyed your show for over 3 years. I think this comment is a first, but we've learned a lot from your shows. Overall, great format, and your life stories are always interesting and appreciated. All the best to you." I once again reiterate my comments I've been saying lately, that over the thousands and thousands of best offers I have never received a statement saying I would be paid immediately. This is the Labor Day weekend. This is the unofficial end of summer. eBay promised it would unveil immediate payment for best offers this summer. I think they spent all their time concentrating on the new format to dick over eBay Motors sellers instead of launching immediate payment as they said they would. Last comment is from Dennis Copper. "Joe, you do know Taylor pork roll is a New Jersey only item? People who move out of state miss it." Dennis Copper, I didn't even know that, and I live here. Okay? So yeah, Dennis is referring to the fact that last week I gave some choices as to what life story you wanted to hear, and one of them was the great Taylor pork roll caper from when I worked in the supermarket. And things being the way they were, there was no life story last weekend. So that being said, let's get on to this week's comments and this week's events and topics. I'm going to start off by talking about buyers who circumvent the best offer process. And this really stymies me. In most of my listings, I've enacted best offer. There's a big blue button that says make offer. So let's say I'm selling something for $100 plus $20 shipping. A buyer can come in, click on best offer, and make any offer he wants. I don't have to accept it, but the buyer is free to make any offer they want. It's not a bad little setup, except for the fact most of them don't pay. I had a lot of deadbeats this week, but I don't want to talk about that now. I'm having problems with people circumventing that and contacting me through the eBay system saying something like, you want X dollars for your item. That is way too much money. What is the lowest price you will take? And that burns me up more than you will ever know. If you want to trigger me, that is a perfect way to do it. And I give you my solemn word, guys. Guys, if I have any credibility, please believe me. When a person says, what is your lowest price, or what is the lowest you will go, they're not serious buyers, they're bad news. And I'm going to show you something now that's going to offend a lot of people. So let's just stop everything right here, and I'm going to issue a warning. If there's anybody watching this video that's under the age of 18 years old, I'm going to be showing some screenshots with some vulgar language. This is not the kind of thing I like to do, but I have to do this because I need to teach you people to avoid people that say, what is your lowest price? Or, what is the lowest you will go? All right? Nothing good can come of it. Anybody that makes such a statement could easily have clicked on the best offer button and thrown out a lowball price. But they don't do it for a reason, because they're not serious buyers and they really have no intention of buying your item. So I'm going to read this to you and I'm going to show you. The other day, I had listed 2 Toyota hubs for $49.50 plus shipping with the best offer tab enabled. These were not in mint condition, but I knew they would sell right away because they're in great demand and they're hard to get. So a person wrote to me and said, and this is an exact quote, I'm going to show you the phone in a second, $50 is way too much. I just bought 2 for $30. I need 2 more. What's your lowest price? If I've taught you guys anything, it's run. Don't walk. Run away from someone like that. That guy claims he bought 2 for $30. Maybe he did. Why didn't he click the best offer tab and offer me $30? I have the answer, because he has no intention of buying them for $30. So I wrote back, I just blocked you. How does that sound? Okay? Now, if there's anybody that's not smiling ear to ear right now, you don't know me, okay? You just don't know me. But my question to you is, what do you think his reply to that was? I don't think anybody is not going to get this. I'm not going to even say it, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to hold my phone up with the whole conversation, okay? This is just nasty. Now, a bunch of you are saying, Joe, did you report him to eBay? The answer is no. Why didn't I? Because number one, I don't have the time to contact eBay concierge just to report this nonsense, all right? Number two, even if I did, I know and you know eBay won't do a thing about it. eBay does not sanction bad buyers. Everybody repeat, eBay does not sanction bad buyers, okay? If that's not proof, nothing is. If you as a seller ever uttered those words to a potential buyer through the eBay contact system, I think you'd be suspended on the spot. And you know something? You should be. You shouldn't talk like that to a buyer or to anybody. But if you are a buyer, you are given carte blanche on eBay to step on and screw over anybody you want. While I'm on that topic, let's talk about dancers. I am so sick of eBay dancers. I've come up with a new policy. You know, it just came to me the other day. I said, why didn't I do this from day one? It works great. Here's what happened last Saturday night. A buyer sends me a best offer of $45 plus $15 shipping on an item that was $65 plus $15 shipping. I clicked on their feedback left for other sellers, and the most recent one was a negative. And it said, and I'm paraphrasing this, "Why didn't you cancel my purchase like I asked you to? I contacted you in plenty of time to cancel the purchase. I want my money back." That is exactly what they said. Okay? Okay, so I was a little leery about the person when I saw that. But I said, well, it's a dog item. Maybe they'll pay. I accept. Accept offer, sent them an invoice. 20 seconds later, the dancing starts in earnest. The person writes to me and says something like, "You are ripping me off on shipping. Why are you charging me more for shipping than it's stated in the listing?" Now, of course, that's not the case. All right? I wrote back and said, "You sent me a best offer of $45 plus $15 shipping.
How you doing,
Hello, how are you?"
All right. You never got the episode.
No, I didn't.
No, I said I saw. Okay. Have to come back.
I'm going to.
See the
For the Toyota RAV4.
Yeah, RAV4. Yeah, 13.
I'm going to get it.
Oh, yes.
I ordered some stuff. The stuff came today, actually.
Ah.
A box full of stuff, and yours wasn't in there.
Oh, okay.
You know, and we tried one on last time. It didn't fit.
Yeah, I think it was that one right there.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, 17.
I think. Did you go to the dealership since then, or no?
No, I didn't bother going. I was looking online. I was thinking of getting one of the ones online.
Yeah, but the ones online aren't genuine. They're
Yeah,
not.
but it's a 13. You know what I'm saying?
Well, of course,
I mean, I
But
think,
if I keep,
you know, it's tough to fit that wheel because it's
yeah.
size
Yeah, I know.
17.
17, it's a hard size.
Yeah, it is.
Uh-huh.
Normally, everything else I have in stock. I even tried that one on. That didn't fit. Remember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hold out a little bit longer. You know.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
you-
gonna get it.
What do you get shipments in every week or?
No, I ordered them specifically.
Oh, specifically.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what I do. But I had ordered that one, but it didn't come in the load of stuff that I ordered.
Yeah.
But I'm not giving up on you. You know?
Okay.
Give me 2 weeks. I think I'll have something for you.
All right.
All right?
All right,
Thanks
no
a
man.
lot.
Sorry.
Okay.
I did give you. I was trying to remember if I gave you my number.
You didn't, but anytime I call people, they never come in when I call them anyway.
Yeah.
So call me in 2 weeks.
Call you in 2 weeks. Okay.
All right?
Thanks.
Oh, you got. So what is your phone number again?
You want the number?
Yeah.
Oh, it will be by car.
Do you have my card?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Unless you put it in your wallet somewhere.
I will just start getting old. Forget shit. Okay, my man.
All right.
Okay, all right.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Have a good day. So I wrote back to the lady and said, you agreed on a binding offer of $45 plus the $15 shipping. I said, I think I know what happened here. I said, I'm willing to bet the discrepancy is your state sales tax. eBay's charging you sales tax on the item. So you're paying the $45 plus the $15 plus whatever the sales tax is. No, it's not sales tax. It's you. You're overcharging me. That's when the idea hit me. I said, what am I doing? What am I messing around with this person for? I wrote back to them and said, okay, here's the deal. I am canceling your order, I'm relisting the item, and I'm blocking you. How does that sound? Notice, I said, how does that sound? Just like I did to that other guy. You want a reaction, you'll get a reaction. So I did that. I canceled the sale, relisted the item, blocked her. Because there's no reason we should be made to wait for 4 days on a non-paying bidder, on a dancer. I hate that. I relisted the item, no problem. Just like with those Toyota hubs that I showed you where the guy was abusive to me, I swear on my life, they sold the next day. Okay? So that being said, the next day, the woman writes back to me again and said, I just went back and this time I carefully checked the invoice and you're right. The extra money was for sales tax. I'm willing to complete the purchase now. I don't think so. I said to her, absolutely not. You are blocked for life. Once bitten, twice shy. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Question for you guys. Regarding the story about the dancer I just told you, would you have unblocked her and let her repurchase the item? Now, I should tell you that these were for alloy wheel center caps, and I'm not even 100% sure that she did due diligence and selected the right ones for her car. It was just too chancy. She's out of my life. I don't need $45 that badly, guys. Do you? Tell me in the comments section what you think about that story. All right. Next one. People who send phone numbers. In a recent video, I told you guys how I think people on eBay are lonely and are looking for people to talk to. On my life, in many cases, that's how I feel. And here's another one. Get this. Some time ago, I sold a troublesome dog item. I'm not going to get into explaining the ramifications and the usage of the item, but I'll just say in order to use the item, you have to have another piece on your wheel. That makes the item very difficult to sell unless you have that piece on your wheel. Now you know me, I am very, very methodical and explicit. I explained it totally. Person bought the item. I sold him cheap. How much? Maybe, Christ, $75 for the set of 4. All right. Sold them. The person paid. I shipped them out. Never heard back. Today, Friday, September 2nd, I get a message through eBay contact system. Please call me, and a phone number from this person. I went back to look to see when they made the purchase, and they made the purchase approximately 45 days ago. Now, why do you think this person wants me to call them? Certainly not to thank me for a wonderful item, and they're very happy. I'm willing to bet that they tried to return the item and they see the 30-day window has elapsed. I'm not calling them, okay? This is not a freaking AOL chat room, all right? This is e-commerce. This is business. I never never take anything off the eBay platform. And if it comes to pass where they try calling me here, I will not take the call. I will say to them, contact me through the eBay contact system. We can talk all you want. We ain't talking on the phone. You ain't my girlfriend, all right? What would you guys have done if a person purchased a troublesome item from you a month and a half ago and wrote to you and said, please call me? Would you guys have called? Why or why not? Sales this week were very good, with the exception of maybe, I guess Tuesday or Wednesday, I hit a very slow point. I had 2 slow days. I think Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. But today the sales picked back up. I'm happy. I have no complaints. Let me break open this soda. I'm a little thirsty. It's Coke. Coke is good. So yeah, that's basically all I have to talk about right now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this video on pause. I'm going to check the time. I'm going to see where I'm at and decide whether I want to throw in a life story or not. I don't like keeping you guys more than 28 minutes, all right? Sometimes I want to watch other people's videos that are sometimes eBay related, but I'm having a trouble. I'm finding videos that are freaking an hour and 20 minutes long. I'm not listening or watching a video that's an hour and 20 minutes long. I like when somebody hits a hard-hitting topic for 20, 25 minutes and they attack that one topic. All right, that's really good. I find it helpful. But lately, it's been very tough. Let me see where I am time-wise. Well, guys, I'm going to tell you a quick life story now. And hopefully I'll have time to work it into the video. I might not, unless I edit some of it out, or maybe I'll just let it run a little longer. I'm not going to discuss any of the topics I threw out last week because they're a little more intricate. I got a quick one I'm going to tell you, which just came into my mind. And it happened back, I would say, in the late 80s. At the time, I was driving a 1977 Cadillac. It's interesting to know that almost all my life, I have owned, at any given time, one or more 1977 Cadillacs. It's always been my favorite car of all time. When I was a kid in school, they downsized the Cadillac from the big 76 style to the smaller 77 style. My friend's parents had one, and I said, I'm going to get one. Someday I'm going to have one. And I did. I got my first 77 Cadillac. You know, it was old. It had 42,000 miles on it. But back then, a car with 42,000 miles to me was like a brand new car. But anyway, I'm driving my 77 Cadillac in the Bronx, New York on 95, heading north. And I spot a 78 Cadillac heading south in the left lane with a flat tire, stopped. I am chagrined why anybody with half a brain would ever stop in the left lane. And I don't mean he was driving and he slowed down and he's trying to get over. No, no, no. He was stopped with the flashes on. Why, man? I can't tell you how many times I've gotten the flat in the left lane. And I'll ride that thing to the rim if I have to. And I did once. Now that's another funny story I could tell you, maybe for the future. Oh, you're going to think I'm crazy. But anyway, I see he's in the left lane where he should never be. Someone's going to come up and nail this guy in the rear end, and then, you know what that means. I drove up to the next exit, Gun Hill Road, and I want to do a flip-flop and come back. In the meantime, luckily, a highway patrol officer comes by, sees the guy, puts his flashing lights on, stops the traffic, and gets the guy off to the side of the road. All right, him and his wife in the car. gets him safely off to the side, and takes off. By the time I get back, the man and his wife are on the side of the road on the shoulder. So I pulled over behind him. I asked him if he's all right. And he says, well, no, I'm not all right, because I got a flat tire, and I thought that he just needed someone to change it. Because when I was a kid, I always stopped and helped people on the road change tires. Always. Oh, I changed thousands. All right? And he said to me, well, no, I have no spare. Why he's riding around with no spare, I don't know. Now, this happened to be a holiday weekend. Like this right now is a holiday weekend. So some places were closed. And I said to him, where do you live? He said, I live in Queens. It might have been Whitestone, the Whitestone section of Queens. And I said to him, well, what are you planning on doing? He goes, I don't know what to do. I got no spare. I'm going to have to get towed home. It's going to cost me crazy money. I said, I have an idea. I said to him, I have the same car as you, a Cadillac, 77 Caddy. My spare is going to fit your car. I said, how about I'll put my spare on your car now. I'll follow you back to Queens. All right, do you have a place you can go to, a gas station? Because I need to get my spare back. Yes, he goes, my friend owns a gas station on whatever it was, Queens Boulevard. Follow me there. I'd be so appreciative. I'll pay for your tolls and everything, this and that. All right, I jack his car up with a bumper jack, because that's all they had in the late 80s. By the way, the guy was my age now, a middle-aged guy, all right? Him and his wife. I jacked his car up, put the spare on, and followed him over to Queens, over the Triborough. Back then, you would throw a coin in the basket. But we got on the man lanes with the attendant, and the guy paid the toll for him and for me. Because when I pulled up, the attendant waved me through and said, he paid for you. All right, we went to the gas station. They put my car, well, first they put his car up on the lift, took my spare off. Then they, the gas station, mounted his spare. They got him a new tire. They put my spare back in the trunk. The guy thanked me profusely, and I believe he gave me $20. $20 back then was money. Unlike today, $20 is nothing. But yeah. And he was missing his hubcap, because when he got the blowout, I guess it flew off somewhere. So later on, when I was heading back home, I decided to cruise that section of highway to look for it. And I found it. So I got a hubcap out of the deal too. So yeah, that is my life story for this episode of the Crazy New York Driver Show. I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Every Friday I make these videos to try and help you stay successful on eBay. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If not, tell me in the comments what you want me to hit up next week, and I'll be more than happy to try and do it. Have a happy Labor Day, everybody. Please be careful if you're out driving. There always seems to be more accidents around these holiday weekends. We just had a really bad one this morning, early in the morning. For those of you guys who are from my area, very quickly, a Ford Econoline E350 passenger van was traveling southbound on the Palisades Parkway. The guy must have been moving, and he had 12 Spanish people in the van. Spanish factory workers who would commute every day from New York City up to, I guess, maybe Rockland County, where they worked in a factory. The driver speeding back at 1:30 in the morning and possibly fell asleep, lost control of his vehicle. The Ford van flipped over numerous times. 4 people dead on the spot. 8 others with severe injuries, many with severe head trauma. So if you watch the news tonight and you're from my area, you'll see more about this. Anyway, be careful when driving on the roads. Rock on and peace!